What is going on, guys? We got some MLB action today. The Minnesota Twins and Jason Kubel look to take on the Chicago White Sox. Now, the Minnesota Twins have been struggling as of late. They're currently 55-73, cutting off a loss from Baltimore. On the mound today is Brian Dunsing, currently 8-13, well off his pace of last year at 10-3. And it's quite disappointing what the Twins have been going through this year. Ever since the switch from Target Field, the Twins have not been able to click. I am not sure why, but Joe Mauer, they've been struggling. Starting off the lineup, Juan Pierre Ramirez and Konerko for the Chicago White Sox. Now, guys, let's let baseball run in the background. This is going to be a three-part series. I'm going to be playing the full game. I'm going to show you the full game. And just because I'm starting to enjoy MLB 2K11 a lot more. You know, I started a My Player. I never really finished it back in March because I had so much going on. And I thought, what the hell, let's bring back some MLB because I know I have some sports fans, some baseball fans, and I am really excited. This is a great game. You know, everybody always digs on it and say the show's better. You know, I don't have the show. This is what I have. This is what I'm going to play. And I have to say, I'm actually somewhat enjoying it. And it's not that I never really did enjoy MLB 2K11. It's just sports games in general after a while, especially baseball. They seem to get boring after a while. Bam! Up the middle. Alexi Casilla can't even field the ball. Denard Span is going to hold it in. They got a start-off single for the Chicago White Sox. Joe Mauer is behind the plate today. Brian Dunsing, as said before, just seems to be having a problem this year. I don't know what it is. He cannot click currently at 8-13. Up the middle. Alexi Casilla goes over to Trevor Puff. Oh, he gets it. No double play to start off the inning for the Twins. Amazing play. That's kind of tacky if you ask me. The Twins just have been struggling lately, and I can't really say why. You know, ever since they switched out of the Metrodome, I really don't go to watch them play anymore because it was always really cheap to go see them play. You know, we'd go down there for like 5 or 6 games, stay at a campground, and we get the cheap seats, you know, and we get one good seat, you know, during the trip. And, outside fastball, missed right on the corner. That was pretty close. And it was a good time. Now, the reason we stopped because once they moved to an outside field, the ticket prices skyrocketed. As Konerko goes up 3-0 right now, he's going to let this one go by. Throw it right down the middle. Konerko ain't going to swing. Oh, Konerko swang on a changeup. 3-1 for the Twins pitcher, Brian Dunsing. Now, I haven't really paid attention to baseball in a while, so trying to, commentate in a while. I used to play baseball. I used to play softball. I was very active in it. I've always played baseball games growing up. You know, one of my favorite ones was back on the Super Nintendo. Me and my dad used to play the shit out of it. Goes for a 2. Oh, nice. Morneau throws it over. And no, he's going to beat it. No, he's safe. Nice job. Paul Konerko was able to save the inning. Now, I really don't know what happened with me, why I kind of got out of baseball. You know, growing up, I had a friend that his dad, they were huge Chicago White Sox fans. And when I say huge Chicago White Sox fans, that doesn't even begin to cover it. They were absolutely huge White Sox fans. Oh, foul down. Look at the crowd still jumping. They can't even decide after somebody's already got the ball. And they had White Sox everything. You know, Logan was he was an amazing player. And, you know, his dad is out there every year, every day in the pitching machine, throwing balls, taking hits, taking swings. Alexi Casilla, nice job. Way to pull that one in, rain it down. End the inning for the Minnesota Twins. 2 hits for the White Sox in the top half of the first. Nice double play, Trevor Pluff. I can't even say if that's his name. I haven't really paid attention. Denard Span. Now, I remember I think it was a year or two ago when God. Slow down, Tubby. You're so excited. Denard Span had started off against check swing, strike 1. Denard Span, I think it wasn't a leadoff homer, I don't think. It was the Twins versus the White Sox is the series we had stayed to watch. And it was actually the year that Ozzie Guillen pulled off his players from the field. There was a couple bad calls, and he's really pissed about him. So he pulled off his whole fucking team off the field. And about 2 minutes later, everybody's like, what the hell? And then his players finally came back out. Denard Span goes down. Horrible-looking swing. Start off the inning. Strikeout for Edwin Jackson of the Chicago White Sox. Now, one thing that I do know when I was watching that was I don't think it was a walk-off home run, but we were all sitting there in the bleachers, and we were kind of like, what the hell's going on? Nice rip from Casilla right up the middle. That's a single to start off the Starting off the second half of the bottom half of the whatever. I can't even think right now. A.J. Przinsky behind the mound. A.J. Przinsky, the former Twin, used to play for the Twins quite a few years ago now. I think it might have been 5+ years ago. I know he's been playing for the White Sox quite a long time now. And I remember my grandma was a huge fan. Rip right up the middle. Look at that. Joe Mauer is able to put one up. Now down, two-bagger. Two-bagger. What the fuck? I can't even think straight. I wasn't going to do this whole commentary. All I was going to do was put up a 30-second intro to the video, and I was just going to let the game play out. But Joe Morneau. Pop up. No, it's going to come down. Get back. There it is. All right, guys. You know what? I'm going to let the video play out. The rest of the series, I'm just going to put the videos up. My name is Tubby, guys. If you want to see more MLB 2K11 or you want to see more commentary over MLB 2K11, just leave a comment in the section below. And, guys, I'm going to let the, bam, foul ball. I'm going to let the commentary team for MLB take it over, guys. Peace.
0-1, Jackson kicks and throws. And the side is retired. Beckham makes the catch, and off the field they come. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Takes a swing at that fastball, can't connect. 0-1.
Well, it's tough to tell a hitter to stay back on a fastball, but this is what he needs to do. He's jumping out trying to get to it and is just way out in front.
Dunsing too far outside. That'll be called a ball. And Adam Dunn looks at that one for a ball. Count is even.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
Well, K-Cam's going to show us the four-seam fastball here.
This came in high and tight, and I think it fooled him a little bit. Those pitches tend to buckle the knees a little bit.
Looks like the umpires are going to give the pitcher those inside strikes today.
And that's not going to be good news for the hitters.
And it's Carlos Quentin in the box now.
Well, 2009 was a bad year for Carlos Quentin offensively, and it looked like 2010 was going to be the same way. But he really turned it around and put up some great numbers in 2010.
Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. And for Carlos Quentin, guys, it was about the swing that he found in June and July. That's when he got it going. Ended up 26 homers, but they only hit 243 in the year.
You know, the one thing about him, he has not been able to play more than 131 games in a season in his career. He seems to get dinged up with some odd injuries here and there. They need him to stay healthy to really get all the production out of his bat.
Swing and a line drive. And the catch by Casilla.
That ball was hit extremely well, but fortunately, the second baseman had him played perfectly.
It's going to be Przinsky. 4 for 12 career hitter against Brian Dunsing. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. And that'll put Przinsky on first. That's going to bring Gordon Beckham up.
Boy, after 2 outs, they finally got a man on board right here in this inning. So let's see if they can get back-to-back hits going and maybe get some momentum.
A line drive toward short. Plouffe. And they get the force at second that time. That'll do it. Brian Dunsing finishing it off. Good inning. He's off to a commanding. It's Gadier at the plate. And Steve, his name oftentimes stands out when you look at Ron Gardenhire's offensive strategy. Line shot into center field. And Gadier's got himself a single. He's trying for second. And that'll bring up Jason Kubel.
Well, anytime you get your first hitter up in the inning, big things could happen. It opens up a lot of holes in the defense, and it makes it a lot easier to hit for the guys behind you.
It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away so that I can't get hurt. He just runs that fastball by him.
0-1, Jackson kicks and throws. Fastball swung on, can't make contact, and behind on the count 0-2. And a ground ball. There's Konerko. 1. And there's 2. A double play.
A beautiful looking double play right there. A pitcher's best friend.
That shortens the inning, shortens the number of pitches that have to be thrown. It's all about defense. And Valencia's ready to take some hacks now. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That should be a base hit.
Well, you know the pitcher was hoping to get that 3-up, 3-down inning. A little bit of a breather inning, but that single will extend this one a bit here.
Close in the batter's box. Jackson with the delivery. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fielded by Ramirez. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. No runs. Coming to the plate now, here's Morrow. There's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll step on first for out number 1.
Well, flashing some leather over there at first base, doing a nice job getting the runner himself.
1 out, and here's Juan Pierre.
When you break down the numbers for the White Sox in 2010, they say playoffs. They're a solid hitting team, good pitching staff. They run the bases. A lot went right, but they just didn't get the breaks to keep up with the Minnesota Twins.
Swing, contact. It's going to be Kadire. And that one is in there, his second hit today. So that brings Alexei Ramirez up. White Sox trying to find the magic to put him ahead of the Twins. Hope that their defense being better might do it. It was a little better, but not quite enough.
Just not enough. So they're going to need something to be a little bit different to move forward this season.
Throws over to first. Nice work. Pitcher helps himself out getting that runner.
Now with the left-hander on the mound, sometimes you have to shorten up your lead. That extra step ended up costing the base runner.
He was just challenging the throw over. Base is empty with 2 outs. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. That's a strike. Dunsing gets it by him.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
A line drive towards the hole. This is placed perfectly for a base hit. And that'll bring up Paul Konerko.
Well, he gets a letter high pitch, a good pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it. Nice job.
Hitting from behind is not an easy thing to do in this game, but a little easier when the pitch is up there.
You throw it over the plate like that, it's going to cost you.
That's swung on and a liner here. Throw in time forces him at second for the 3rd out. So they pick up a couple of hits in the inning, but do not score. The White Sox still hoping to put something up. It's Denard Span to lead off. 0 for 1 thus far. Jackson with the delivery. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Pitch on the way. Back up the middle. Oh, man, was that close. That was right back at him. Somehow he got out of the way. That's going to bring up Alexei Casilla.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
Strike 1. Jackson gets him swinging.
Well, climbing the ladder at him right there. He just throws that fastball right by him up in the zone.
He deals. Smash towards the hole. Great opportunity for Minnesota.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
Joe Mauer gets a shot here. He's got 2 on. Batting .300. That's 3 for 10 lifetime against Jackson. Strike 1 to Mauer.
Well, he fooled him terribly with that pitch. I mean, that is one of those pitches right there that you have to notice it out of the hand, recognize it early so you can stay back and try to drive that thing the other way.
There's a swing, line drive, center field, and that'll put Mauer on first base. And Span scores. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And it's Justin Morneau at the plate. Now this offense, Steve, it's on the move, and now they'll try and carry this on in the ballgame.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now, and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
And a strike two there. Edwin Jackson up in the count 0-2. And it may be early going. They've got a chance to maybe put this ball game away and put a ground ball. Morneau, and it gets through. Morneau knocking in the run. The throw, and he's in there at third ahead of the plate. That's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play. First delivery to Young. Swing and a miss, but he was right on it, 0-1.
Well, the Twins weren't really challenged very much. The White Sox made a little bit of a push, but from the second half of the season on, nobody really challenged Minnesota. A big part of it was the total destruction within their own division.
And he throws to first in time, out number 2.
You want to get runners in scoring position, and sometimes you have to lay the ball down and get them advanced. That's what he did right there.
And if this runner scores, we'll go back and take a look at what just happened and say thank you very much.
Good team baseball right there.
There's Michael Kadire batting with 2 away. That destruction the Twins do within their own division is not new. 47 wins last year and then 46 in 09. That's pretty consistent.
I mean, listen, if you want to win your division, you have to beat up your closest competition, and that's what they did. 13-5 against the White Sox, 12-6 against the Indians, 13-5 against Kansas City, and they split with the Tigers.
So they bring across 2 runs, the first 2 runs of the game here in the 3rd inning. A crisp